What's going on, everybody? This your boy Isaiah, coming to you again from Buckles Locker. Subscribe, like, comment, share all my videos. Make sure you hit the notification button on this channel to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope everybody out there enjoying their Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully got your presents and everything all set and good to go. But, you know, of course I'm making this video because of the Bucs game yesterday against the Carolina Panthers at the Bank of America Field in Charlotte, North Carolina. We lose the game, of course, 22-19 on the last, last second touchdown by Cam Newton, or under a minute left. Cam Newton had a little rushing touchdown. The microcosm of our season, folks, right there in that game. Time and time again, I'm going to always keep saying this. We're going to always move the ball on every opponent. But if we don't protect the ball, we're going to always lose the game. The turnovers was the tail of the story and some other things. But 3 turnovers, 3 fumbles by Winston, which is not good. And a couple of those fumbles were due to poor offensive line play. But he did have a good game. He 21 for 27, 326 yards, 300-something yards, a touchdown. But the biggest issue that we have with the Bucs, and it's been going on for this whole season, by losing this game, folks, I want you to know where our record stands at right now. Okay, 4-11. And what did I say we was gonna finish if we don't win that game a couple weeks ago? Between 6-10 and 4-12. Well, we're on our way to a 4-12 record. Yesterday game, it's almost like can't wait for the season to be over with, because this has been a terrible season. High expectations, underachieved big time. Dirt cutter, Mike Smith, you had a good game plan and it just comes all apart at the end. Carolina goes 1 for 5 in the red zone. Cam Newton, numbers didn't look good passing the ball, like I said before. Cam Newton is not a throwing quarterback. He's a power thrower. His numbers were 16 for 25 for $160. He threw an interception, sacked twice. Carolina didn't really do much on offense. And we found a way to lose the game. Now, I'm going to talk about the offense real quick, or for a little bit. Like I said, Jameis had a good game, despite the fact that his 3 fumbles and his little temper tantrum at the end. You have to look at it from a whole overall perspective. But going 1 for 6 in the red zone, think about that, folks. 1 for 6 with all that talent we got. And y'all keep blaming Jameis. That's coaching. That is coaching right there. 1 for 6 in the red zone with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Adam Humphrey, Cameron Brate. Am I missing something? I mean, like, seriously. You have to score touchdowns to win games, Dirk. Do you realize that? And he admitted it, that the reason why we lost the game is his poor play calling in the red zone. He admitted it, and we just can't get right. And it's a dysfunctional team, dysfunctional coaching staff. It doesn't match up with the team's talent. And I'm gonna keep going back and referring back to this. Skip Bayless said he don't like the coaching staff. They're holding Jameis back. He don't like the way to set up. It's always Dirt Cutter with this pointing the finger at Jameis and leaving Jameis out there. But it is what it is with Dirt Cutter. He knows he's about to get fired along with Mike Smith. But, of course, we outgained Carolina. We outgained them big time. Almost 400 yards for the offense. Carolina had barely 250. Jameis had a better game than Cam Newton. It's just, we actually played a better game than Carolina, period. It's just the turnovers, man. And 1 for 6 in the red zone. And there was a couple segments during the game that Dirk had a chance, like kicking the field goal with under 4 minutes left, up by 4. A 51-yard field goal by Patrick Murray. He's been kicking very good, but you have to know the situation situational football. The game is always decided in a couple plays of the game. Now, do you kick a field goal at 51 yards, or do you punt the ball and make Carolina drive, or do you go for it? I mean, this is the problem what I have with Dirk. Your season, you're 4-10, man, and you kicking a field goal. Instead of getting a first down, you on their side of the territory, and you decide to kick a 51-yard field goal, which is not a bad field goal, but it's a very difficult field goal to make sometimes. But during this situation, at this time of the year, go all out, man. Have some fucking balls, bruh. You're 4-10, and you're kicking a field goal, 51 yards, instead of getting a first down and putting the game away. But nah, he wanted to kick a 51-yard field goal. Patrick Murray, who had a very good game, 4 for 5 out of field goals. Yes, he missed the 51-yarder, but come on, man. Go for it, man. Get the first down, put the game away. He too How you gonna be conservative and you 4-10? Can anybody explain that to me? Anybody? Any you Pirates, you Sea Bandits? Explain why you so conservative and you 4-10. You got nothing to lose, bro. Get the first down, get the game over with. But instead, he goes for the field goal. Patrick Murray misses it. In a typical Bucs fashion, typical Mike Smith fashion, defense been playing good the whole game with a bunch of third stringers and second stringers. One drive, the one decent drive Carolina had, they go right down the field like it wasn't nothing. That old prevent defense, once again, can't get to the quarterback, allow Cam Newton to come all the way down the field, 2-yard touchdown, game over, drive home safely. There it is right there. Instead of going for the first down, we've been moving the ball all day. He want to kick a field goal. And the defense playing good the whole game gives up a game-winning touchdown drive. Haven't we seen that before, folks? Haven't we seen that before when the defense really need to make a stop? They just don't come up with the plays. Carolina playing with Devin Funchess and Burleson and Demetrius Bird, whatever his name is, and Keelan Clay as receivers. And they moving the ball on us on the last drive? Also, offensive line, terrible, man. If we don't improve our trenches, man, it is going to be a wrap. Offensive line and defensive line, we got to put some money into that and draft picks into that. It's been sorely lacking in a running back position because we need some explosion back there. I like Peyton Barber, but he's not the feature back. Our O-line needs a left tackle, a left guard. We're good on the center. We're good on the right tackle. Right guard, we got Gerald Sweezy. He okay. Left tackle, left guard. Maybe if you kick Donovan Smith down to the left guard, left guard and get a left tackle in free agency, I think we'll be a better team. I think Donovan will be a hell of a guard in the league. He's a power player. He don't have the feet to block speed rushes. Even though he had a decent game today. In the last couple of weeks, he's had a decent game, but we need consistency. He don't give us consistency. And to have Jameis Winston sacked 6 times, he was sacked 6 times. That's O-line play, folks. Y'all can blame Jameis Winston all day on them fumbles. But if you don't play better on the O-line, that's what's going to happen. And Jameis got the fiery competitiveness in him. He's pushing us through these games, man, to keep it close. Mike Evans catching the ball. Chris Godwin. And to give up 6 sacks, that's offensive line play, man. That's what Dirk did in Atlanta. I always refer back to Dirk in his Atlanta days. From 2012 to 2015, I believe, or 14. This was the same offense that Atlanta had. Like, Atlanta would move the ball all up and down the field between the 20s and get in the red zone. Play calling sucks. With all that talent. And this is happening with Tampa. 6 sacks, man. Y'all can blame James all day, man. But 6 sacks, man, the lineman got the block, man. On the D-line, good to see Gerald McCoy back out there on the field, man. Showing some heart playing. He got a sack. Secondary played pretty good, but it was a horrible... Carolina's receiving core is not even good. Carolina's receiving core is like bottom 5. Their starting receivers, even with Greg Olsen, that might get them at between 20 and 30 receiving cores. Like, whatever. And for them to drive down the field on the last drive of the game and they score a touchdown, whatever. Chris Baker, one of the free agent signings this offseason that we thought that was going to be a pretty good signing, has turned to be a disappointment. 4th down and I think 2 or 3 yards and he jumps off sides. the microcosm of Chris Baker's season. He's there, but he's not making plays to help the team out. He's been irrelevant this whole season. Deshaun Jackson, he was hurt, but I'm just looking at it from a whole perspective. But Chris Baker, man, I don't know if they're going to keep you, bro. I don't know. I mean, we didn't put a lot of money into you like that. The contracts are, like, short. They're not long-term. So we can cut ties with some of these guys. I mean, we have a replacement for Deshaun Jackson or Chris Godwin. So don't be surprised with Chris Baker and Deshaun Jackson either traded or cut. That's just me. And I said this about Deshaun Jackson at the beginning of the season about his contract. But some of y'all say, oh, Deshaun Jackson. Hey, man, I call it how I see it, man. But anyway, special teams. All phases of the game, man. All phases of the game. You know, we give up a 103-yard kickoff return. You know, it's always something, man. We just can't get right. It just always something. 103 yards to Bird. Special teams. Offense with the turnovers off the line. Defense giving up a last-minute drive for a winning touchdown. I mean, 4-11 now. Now we got New Orleans coming to Tampa. They just won their game against Atlanta. I was there because I live here in New Orleans. New Orleans playing for a lot. You think they finna lay down against Tampa? They gonna come in. They gonna come into Raymond James, man, and they gonna try to beat our breaks in. And you know, I don't know, man. I'm a ride or die Bucs fan, but man, I'm so glad this is the last game of the season. Can't wait for the season to be over with, man. I got a lot to talk about this offseason on the things that we need to do as far as coaching staff, players, draft picks. I'm going to be talking about all that stuff, but I'm going to hold off on that until the end of the season. But anyway, we're 4-11. New Orleans coming to town, into Tampa, Raymond James. Hopefully y'all show up. I've seen some people giving tickets away for free now because they don't want to come to the game. Maybe we can finish the season with a win, hopefully. But we'll see. You tell me what you guys think about this past game that was yesterday against Carolina. An up-and-coming game. We'll see. This your boy Isaiah, coming to you from Bucko Soccer. Subscribe to the channel. I know, folks, my prize and my seed band, this has been a long, rough season. But we're going to stay on fire those cannons and siege the day. Merry Christmas. I'm out.